this to that, then continue watching. So we're just gonna go ahead and jump into it. The materials I am using today, I have a spoolie here, also a razor, a pair of tweezers. These ones are like really sharpened for like precision. An eyebrow brush, an angled one, and then a pair of scissors. I also have some developer and some hair dye. I chose this in like the color of my eyebrows, so like a dark brown. And then also this dish to kind of mix it in, and a rag. Preferably when you do want to pick a washcloth that is not white or that you're comfortable staining, because we are going to use this to like wipe the dye off. So that's just up to you. But I'm going to go ahead and kind of zoom in a bit. Okay, so you can kind of see that my eyebrows are already pretty shaped. I'm just going to clean them up a little bit, but I'm going to show you how I would shape them if that was needed. So starting with the inner part of your eyebrow should start right here. I don't know if I kind of like nicked something off in the past and it doesn't, or if it doesn't just naturally grow there, but the eyebrow should start right here. So when I do tint my eyebrows, I'm going to fill that part in. So that should be on both sides. This one does start right here, and your eyebrow should end lining up with your nose and your eye. So it should end somewhere like right there. And even with the arch of your eyebrow, this part right here, this is supposed to line up with your nose and your pupil. See how this arch lines up, and even on this side? So dead in the middle of my eye and lined up with my nose. This is where my arch should be. I'm taking this razor. You can see that this line starts right here and going up a little bit more, kind of thins out. That's where I'm going to start. So I'm going to just go down, and this is really sharp, so you got to kind of be careful. Getting right here, you don't want it to be like too harsh of an angle, so you're going to kind of round it out. And if you don't want to get too close, you can pick up your tweezers. When you're doing this, you want to make sure that you're still like following the rules of where the eyebrow should start. So remember, it starts here, lined up with the bridge of your nose, and then ends here, arches here. Going in with the arch, I'm going to use my tweezers to kind of outline where you want to go, but you always want to start on the inner part. So you're going to start here and work your way out to the middle, to the end. And what you want to do is kind of get into a motion of just, and always following this brow bone. There's a bone you can kind of feel right here, and if you press your tweezer down, it follows. It just follows the bone without you having to do too much. Of kind of like leaving too much on the end. You want to make sure that it follows that brow bone. Even though the hair may go down all the way here, make sure you follow that line, because if you leave all that down here, it's going to turn your eyebrow down and bring your face down, and your eyebrows are kind of like the frame of your face. Getting like the rest of the hairs down here and over on this side, and then we're gonna go ahead and get this one out of the way and start tinting. Okay, so next we're gonna trim the eyebrow. So we're gonna brush the hair up, and anything that's not in that thickness part of the eyebrow, that's what you're gonna snip off. Fast forward through this eyebrow, and then we're going to go ahead and move on to the tinting. Okay, Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get into the eyebrow tinting portion of this. I told you I had this dish. Also have a developer and a dye that is the color of my eyebrows. This is like a dark brown, and I'm just gonna mix these two together just a little bit, just enough to like cover my eyebrows. So like literally like a couple drops. This is just like one of those box dyes. This one's like Revlon. I'm just gonna put a little bit. Oh, it's a lot. You don't need that much. You need probably like less than half than that. And then this developer that also came in the bottle. I would say 50-50. And I'm just gonna take this angled eyebrow brush. This is like a brush from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and just mix them the two together. So we've mixed the dye together, and we're just gonna fill in our eyebrows. Usually you'd be kind of like thin up here, but because the hair is already like thinner than this area, you're just gonna fill it in like you're doing Sharpie eyebrows. Yeah, do Sharpie eyebrows only this one time. So I'm just literally gonna take just like that. When I start my eyebrows, I usually start on this defined arch. So I'm gonna start there and then fill this in, and then whatever's excess, fill right here. And the reason that we shaped our eyebrows before we did this is because it's gonna stain in that area. Try not to get it outside of your eyebrow. If you do, wipe it off so it doesn't stain. I'm gonna start right here where I usually start my eyebrows and kind of just fill her in. The purpose of tinting your eyebrows is just to give them that fuller, thicker look without having to always fill them in, you know. They don't have to be like perfectly symmetrical. They're not twins, they're sisters. Okay, so this is what it looks like right now. I'm letting it sit for a couple more minutes, just letting the dye sink in. And a couple more, I'm gonna take this washcloth, wet it a little bit, and just kind of like clean off the dye. And like after, like what's left is your tinted eyebrow. Alright, so I know I look crazy right now, but the dye has been sitting on here for like maybe 10 minutes or so. I didn't like exact time it. I just felt like it was 5, and then I put the timer on for another 5. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and wipe this off. I'm gonna start from the inside out because that's the way the hair grows. And yeah. And like I said, make sure you use a towel that you don't mind being a little bit stained. Alright, so that's what our finished eyebrow looks like. I'm gonna go ahead and insert the before and after again, but you can see how it's so much more fuller, so much more defined and darker. So I'm just gonna give that one more little run through with my comb, my spoolie. And this is the finished look. But that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did like this video, leave a big thumbs up to let me know these are the kind of videos that you want to see. If I can find the links, all materials will be listed below, so make sure you check there for that, and I'll see you guys in my next video.